Welcome back to the Evansville Otters pregame show. I'm Mike Radomski. It's time now for the player's perspective as we're joined by second baseman Pat Rose. And Pat, yesterday your team lost the game 7-2 against Lake Erie. Walk us through that game.
I think overall it was just one of those, just another tough game. We've been struggling for sure, with a couple of things, where we need hits, and unfortunately, there's a lot of line drives being hit and they're right at guys where, we'd love those balls to drop in there so we can advance runners and get some runs across the board.
And recently you guys have been playing in the games where you've fallen behind. What was it like yesterday where it was back and forth all the way through the early innings?
Well, I honestly thought we had a chance to come alive and take advantage, especially when we tied it with Vinny's home run. But unfortunately that wasn't the case, and a couple things went the other way, and it is what it is.
You guys have lost the first 8 games of this road trip. What's the feeling like in the clubhouse and amongst the guys?
Well, there is some frustrations, but we're starting to. I feel like the morale's coming back. We realize that we've lost quite a few games on this road trip, but we're still battling as a team, and we're still trying to find our rhythm, and I do know for a fact that good things are ahead.
Pat Rose joining us here on the player's perspective. What are some more of those bright spots you're seeing with your team right now?
I just feel like the team, during this adversity and these frustrating times, the team's starting to come together more. We're trying to do things as a team on and off the field, and we're trying to bring those smiles back to everybody in the clubhouse, and there's some good things that are going to happen. I know for a fact. It's just one of those issues where we're waiting on it to happen.
Let's talk about your play a little bit. Recently you started to get into a dry spell. Since then you've turned it around. What's been the key for you? For me, it's one of those things where I've just tried to slow things down. Sometimes it's a little frustrating at our park because it's a tough place to hit. You can't always pick the ball. I can't always pick the ball up like I'd like to, but that's the game. You battle. You do what you can, and on this road trip, I really tried to focus on just quiet. Just staying quiet with my front side and allowing my head to be still so I can see the ball and put a good swing on the ball. And you've batted in the leadoff spot for most of the season. Since then, you've moved back to the 2 spot. Now today, you're back in the leadoff spot. How are those 2 different positions different when you go up there and bat?
Well, what I've learned, you really can't think about any of that. It's just one of those things where I've sat the bench plenty, in my times with affiliated ball. I've played a lot in my time, and the best place to be is in the lineup. So the best thing to do is not even to think about any of that, and just go up there with the same approach and just hack.
You think about some of the newer guys that have come to the team, like Derek Wiley. What's he brought to the Evansville Otters this year?
Well, I think he's brought some experience and a good poise out on the ball field. He's been through it, so just the way he carries himself and the swings he puts on the ball and how he handles his business as a professional is, you can tell, he's been a part of, another professional organization, and that's always a plus, especially for the younger guys to see some of that.
Pat Rose joining us here on the Evansville Otters pregame show. It's the 3rd game coming up here against Lake Erie. You've had a chance to see them twice so far. What do you notice about their ball club?
It's one of those things like these whole 8 games that we've played thus far. We're just with the other teams they're coming in the clutch a little bit more often than we have with timely hitting. Guys on second, they'll knock them in. 2 outs, they're getting 2-out hits, and they're taking advantage of when they get on base. And it's one of those things that's tough for us, especially when we're struggling in those situations. But that's basically what it's come down to. I don't think it's been anything regarding errors or breakdowns. A breakdown with the team. It's just a matter of coming in the clutch, and we're going to do it. I know we will. We have to first say it and believe it before we do it, and it's coming.
And what's it going to take to then break through and get that win here tonight?
I think just having fun, just focusing on the aspect of this game's supposed to be just a blast. So, I mean, every day we get to come out and, get dirty. That's the bottom line. So as long as we just have fun out there and enjoy ourselves, good things happen. And just let all these troubles go and just attack, compete, worry about nothing but just competing, not even worrying, just compete.
You guys have played 27 games in 27 days. Real quick, what's it going to be like to have an off day tomorrow?
I think it's going to be great. However, getting in at 8 in the morning's tough, and then sleeping until 4 or 5. It's not necessarily going to feel like the best off day, but we're definitely going to take advantage of it and get that rest and let our bodies get back into gear.
Pat, thanks again for joining us. Best of luck tonight and the rest of the season.
Thank you.
That was Pat Rose, the second baseman for the Evansville Otters, and we'll be right back on the Otters pregame show right after this.